Hello everyone, welcome to another episode 4 of this Arbaal campaign. And we were lucky actually last episode they went for my blood host, so even more of a reason to get that blood host. So they ignored my army, allowed it to replenish, and that is their undoing. I don't know how that happened honestly. But yep. We were not condemned by our mistake, and now Boris has taken over here the settlement of the monolith of something. So we're gonna take it back, but before we have some Norscans to attack. Let's move closer the blood host so that it can reinforce. Always spot for those arrows. Without those yellow arrows, it doesn't show who is reinforcing. And now they're out of the way and I can attack them. This is perfect. I successfully managed to split them up and they cannot retreat a second time, so we're going to attack. Perfect, perfect. Great example of divide and conquer, even though it's not what it means. So we're going to send my horsemen over to that side, covered by the other cavalry units. And my infantry is going to move up until they are in range. So that's exactly the plan. Then the reinforcements will show up and go on the other flank. That's about it. Because they have a lot of missile units. I can just rush in. But I kind of want to have some ideas here. So. They do have missiles, but I have a shield. And there's no problem with that. Especially because with that rate of fire and the fact that I have a shield and I'm so armored, they are not going to do a lot of damage there. Seeing that kind of pushes me to the part where I should just go in. But at the same time, yeah, let's go slow and steady like I like to go. My horsemen are going to come in and also practice a little bit my micro. It hasn't been lacking, especially with cavalry, missile cavalry, so I gotta practice it out a little bit. I like the versatility of having some missile cavalry units, but it's not that easy to micro them. Mostly, many people will say that there's a lot of problems with my missile cavalry currently, it seems. And I'm definitely feeling that as well, because they don't shoot all the time. It's difficult to spot when they are about to shoot. And when the animation to shoot begins, so it's not exactly working as best as intended, but still. Overall, we're under attack a little bit here. And I'm just gonna pull them out. There we go. And that's a kill zone if I ever saw one, so I gotta be careful with that. In the meantime, we are engaging with my front line. And the reinforcements have arrived. At least the dogs and the Chaos Furies should be able to reach the enemy, which is precisely what I want. I actually just gathered all my infantry units on a control group and told them to attack the nearest target, and that's it. And I'm microing only the dogs and the Furies with the secondary army. So overall, there's a lot of enemies here, and one of my units is actually going to rout away from the battlefield. Chase those cowards! But yeah. I guess they bled, so Corn doesn't. It doesn't matter if you rout or not. Corn just wants your skull and blood, so I guess that's fine. Now my Furies have arrived and my dogs have arrived as well, and yep, that's why you want fast units in your reinforcements, because it helps so much against any type of enemy. Just helps the mobility. Mobility is always good in RTS games overall. And I always favor it, really, other than, you know, the opposite being sturdiness and slow speed, you know. But I always prefer the fast stuff. So, we're pushing them out. These are just marauders, so of course against Chaos Warriors, who are vastly superior, they are crumbling away. And the flank. This flank is where they actually managed to do some damage. Some level of damage against my missile cavalry. But now, yeah, they're more powerful in melee. And we're going to push through the enemy to the enemy missile cavalry. And that will be all she wrote. This battle is about to be over. As soon as some more units arrive here, you're going to see the leadership crumbling all around. And the enemy will leave the battlefield. Good victory. So a nice decisive victory. We get plenty of skulls, plenty of gold, and more importantly favor, so that we can keep supporting that. Overall, the more battles that we have, the more favor we can continue, and then we just have that upkeep boon for all time. Can I reach him? I definitely can, but he's gonna retreat, that's for sure. So then I'll have to move in forced march or something to reinforce. What can I get? Oh, I totally forgot about this upkeep. I should have used that one. Completely forgot about that upkeep. Plus it has other bonuses, of course. And what else can we get? We're reaching the point where our heroes are quite powerful and they're doing quite a lot of damage. Wow, look at that auto-resolve power for the Blood Hosts. That's something that, yeah, when people talk about Khorne, I know that they're using a lot of auto-resolve with the Blood Hosts, but they're way overpowered in that regard. I have a sense that players will stop having the same success level with Khorne, with the Blood Hosts, by the time that that they resolve some of the auto-resolve situations. I don't know. I just think that the auto-resolve is heavily favoring the Blood Hosts. Like, I know that likely that army would destroy the other one, but not without casualties. So, especially because they're demonic entities, so it's going to be difficult. They're fast. They can die and crumble easily, so yeah. Now, another one. Let's see. Do I want Revels in Carnage or Thirst for Challenge? I like this because of the enemy battle reinforcement. That gives me more uses for Eye of Khorne. But oh yeah, let's get the upkeep reduction instead. Hold on. I need the upkeep reduction, and you can see that I'm actually having two armies by this moment with just regular upkeep, which is excellent. I mean, typically you are in the red, and I just like to let's try to have a green-based economy with Khorne and see how well one can do it. It's not optimal, I know, but let's see if I can do it. Yeah. Oh, he's way weakened. Oh, it's the wounds. I saw that he was really too weak in melee defense. So Valmir the Clever, we're getting some good developments here. Tier 3 in 4 turns, so that's good. We'll be able to get some other units, and yeah, that feels great. Let's skip the turns. Let's move Valmir the Clever. I should raid. Oh, it's giving me 0? Am I in my... Oh, they don't have anything for me to raid on. Oh, they haven't built anything. Ugh. Okay, that's bad, because I have the Scylla quest, and I need to raid someone, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I think I'm gonna raid on Boris, and we're gonna try to finish off Boris before we start blood hosting a lot and teleporting to blood host. You know, basically that's the case. And from now on, I'm gonna do that what I was saying. Like, I'm gonna sack settlements whenever possible to gain money, and then I'm gonna raise for skulls. But especially the major settlements. The minor settlements, that's where I'm gonna try to spawn the blood hosts. So yeah, over here, I hope you saw my indications. All that I'm trying to do is to have my dogs on the left, my case spheres on the right, or the other way around. Sorry, I confused my left and right now. And my infantry is attacking their infantry. So with a well put up attack, this is just very easy to do. And they have all their missile units completely without offering any support to their front line, which by itself it crumbles against these exalted bloodletters and bloodletters. My Herald of Khorne with his flaming sword is going in. He's actually under pursuit. Oh wow, that was a brave Chaos Warrior, or would-be Chaos Warrior, Chaos Marauder I mean. So he doesn't know, the Chaos Chieftain, or the Marauder Chieftain doesn't know what's coming, but now he knows. Yeah, there we go, right under his back. That was a nice hit. And another one. And I believe he's fleeing. Immediately. 2 hits. That's all it took, the Herald. So, a decisive victory. Lots of kills, actually, there. Yeah. And over here, yeah, it would be nice to get the Bloodfoot Blowhost, but it's actually spending a lot of skulls. I guess I should occupy because I don't have anything on this set base yet. That's Tamarkan. I gotta be careful there. And the Monolith was taken. I don't want him to take the Breathing Fortress too. So that's why I'm taking the place, in hopes that I get the Drawn to Destruction mechanic, where they become mine. So yep. Valmir the Clever, or the Cleaver. I thought it was Clever. It's Cleaver. Okay, it makes more sense. Why would they like the brains? You know, skulls are their doing. They don't like what is inside. They don't care about what is inside. So reduced upkeep would be nice, but I don't have anyone here. Well, I will have, that's for sure. I will have, because I'll go through here to get to the other locations. So yeah, I guess that's good. Nothing in terms of diplomacy, so we're good. And the Maggot Coast, actually that would be really good if Tamarkan just becomes non-aggression pact. That's one less place. Drawn to Destruction, that's perfect. Now that's what I call a good Drawn to Destruction. I'm already building, yeah, income from raiding and post-battle loot. That's exactly what we want. And yeah, I should have had this army of Arbaal the Undefeated in my province, so that it would benefit from the upkeep reduction, but well, we not always manage to do that. We don't have skulls to occupy, so we're just gonna attack and likely raise the place. It's not gonna give us too much stuff because it has been raised, but at least the battle itself against the full army of Kislev is gonna do some damage. Yeah, that's a lot of Kislev stuff, but I mean, that's an easy one. And we get the secondary army as well, which is perfect, so let's do this. So the plan is even better, because my reinforcements are coming in from behind, which is great. So just like we are deployed in the battlefield. By the way, that still sometimes happens. It depends on the battlefield, but if it is possible, it will allow us to reinforce on the side that they are positioned on the battle map. So we're just going to attack on the flanks and at the front, at the same time completely enveloping this army. And it should be easy. They do have a lot of anti-large, but it's not the best anti-large. So my large entities shouldn't have... you should have no problem. Like, I'm pretty sure 3 units against this halberd unit can destroy it. And if they can't destroy it, they can at least cause them a lot of damage, enough to cause a rout. So, yeah. Leadership, it's high. And the Buyer Blood ability is really good for Kislev units, but it only uses once. So it's just like having higher leadership than other human factions, and that's it. Overall, you can still rout these guys. There we go. My Exalted Hero comes in with his Gore Beast Chariot. There we go. Time to kill some. And I could have attacked the Patriarch, actually, or the Dukshina. Yeah, I know that these are armored Kossars, but my Chaos Warriors can deal with them with no issue. And there's no point of him having so many missile units because he still suffers, so yeah. My summoned Chaos Furies after some of these Kossars, and that should be fine. And yeah, we're attacking some of these Kossars, or actually these Halberdiers. They're good, they're a nice tier 0 infantry unit, or tier 1 infantry unit. But as Scorn, you can dish out a lot of damage really fast. So don't be so, you know, uneager to engage against anti-large units, because your units really can dish out so much damage that it kind of negates them. Be careful, of course, but still, as you can see, it's no problem. And we summon the Chaos Spawn using the Eye mechanic. All you need, it seems really powerful, but all it needs is a unit with less than 20% XP. It kills it and summons a spawn in return. So it seems more overpowered than it is. It actually is just typically a unit that is 20% is dead. So all that I like to do is use it against an unbreakable unit, for instance. Slayers are a great target for that. So, you know, the unbreakable units are a great target for that because with 20% they're just fine still. And we managed to be successful in this battle. So yeah, there we go. But still, that Eye of Kurnos ability is really good. So yeah, we don't have a lot of skulls. This was raised... cannot colonize. Well, let's skulls for the Skull Throne nevertheless, because it raises the settlement and we want to draw on it. I could go for the sack so that we get the unit replenishment. At least something would be nice. But still, let's go for skulls for the Skull Throne. It raises the settlement, gives you the option to bring it back. So yeah, I could get the Brutes of the Hound with this army, but I'll wait. For now, I don't think I need that secondary army to have any more units, just because of upkeep. So yeah, what are you going to do? Are you going to go? Am I going to go against that Monolith of Fistulung, or am I going to go against the Burning Monolith? I think I'm going to go here, and maybe the other army, Valmir, can go with the Blood Hosts. Maybe that will be a good idea. Or maybe I can return and hire some more units. 2 turns until I get some Chaos Hounds. Chaos Knights would be nice. Sustained by Slaughter, yep. And Gate of Corn, now we have the summons, so that'll be nice on a prolonged battle. You do need to keep them in melee, so that's a little bit of a problem. Let's get Root Marcher and Dominating Presence, and that'll be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.